First of all, I'd like to thank GSC for letting me play 1.3 early. In this video, I'll give you features that I've noticed personally in my time playing Update 1.3 of Stalker 2. I try to present these features as something that anyone would actually notice while naturally playing the game and not trying to trigger events to test the update notes as a lot of other people tend to do. I won't comment so much on certain story-breaking bugs and all the 1,000 list of bug fixes that they list out on their patch notes, because personally, I never can decipher whether I experience those bugs or not. Most story-breaking bugs, I don't experience, so I'm not going to comment on those. And those minuscule bug fixes, I'm not going to comment on either, because I feel like most people want to know whether or not there's a reason for them to play the game again. And in this video, I'm going to give you my answer on whether it's actually a decent update to try the game again if you're waiting for updates to fix certain aspects of the game. I noticed that anomalies seem to have been rebalanced as stated in the patch notes. For instance, the whirlgig barely did any damage to my character, whereas before it would kill me in 2 to 3 shots. Now it took over 5 shots to kill my character. It would take off 1/10 of the health bar. The electro anomaly killed me in 1 shot, whereas before it would take 2 shots to kill me. This could be a good change because it might force people to use the different artifacts that have different protections against certain damage types. So, for instance, if there's an artifact that gives you electric damage protection or whatever, it would be good to use that if you're about to go in an anomaly field with a bunch of electro anomalies. So, I think it's a pretty good change to make sure you're protected on all fronts instead of just having a decent suit. So this patch, the only major A-Life change that they stated was that A-Life encounters are now more spaced out and rare instead of on top of the player. And this is true in my experience. In 1.2, the zone felt very active with a lot of parties fighting each other every few minutes. And now it feels a little more natural. It would feel even more natural if A-Life 2.0 wasn't a glorified encounter spawner, but that's another topic for another video. Also, I'm not sure if this is new to 1.3, but some of the A-Life parties that spawn feel like they have a lot of members in that party. If it's a group of bandits, I've seen 10 bandits fighting 10 duty guys, a ridiculous amount of people. And I ran into a group of rodents that had 20 plus rodents in it. So maybe, I don't know if it's intentional or a bug, but keep that in mind. Overall, if you're waiting for A-Life patches, this update 1.3 is not the patch it's not the big A-Life patch. It's just, it had very minimal A-Life changes. Just one, maybe mini ones, but besides the more rare encounter thing, 1.3 doesn't really have that many A-Life changes that make me want to play again personally. In my opinion, the pop-in is way better in 1.3. I didn't really notice maybe only 1 or 2 trees in the distance popping in when you stand still and zoom in. A really dope feature in 1.3, and probably my favorite new feature, is there are new death screens based on how you die. If you get shot, killed by a stalker, it'll show a stalker on the screen. If you get killed by a mutant, it'll show a mutant. I think that's pretty cool. Good addition. The NPC's flashlights are a lot brighter than before at nighttime, making them more visible to the player. I guess that was a problem before. I didn't realize it was. You can now find attachments in Pripyat that were previously only attainable at the point of no return area of the story. I personally haven't found any, but I think this is a great change that a lot of people were asking for. I'm glad they're listening to the community. Here are some problems that I found, and also like a wish list to the developers of what I'd like to see back into the game. You're still not able to skip cutscenes for some reason. On 1.0, like release day, you could skip cutscenes, but this was taken away in like one of the earlier patches they did a few months ago. I'm not sure why they took this option away, but please bring that back, GSC. And some NPCs still don't react to weapons in their face, even if you shoot at the ground near them. They don't react. I'd like to see that back, just like in the original trilogy. I'd love to see unique mutant behavior as well. I know mutant behavior got updated in this patch, and it's pretty good, but I'd love to see the different animations like before dragging bodies away, where bloodsuckers would drag a body away in the original trilogy, or the flesh is not attacking you on sight and being a little more passive, stuff like that. Overall, patch 1.3 does fix things, and it's small steps towards the right direction, but in my opinion, it isn't a significant improvement that will encourage me to play Stalker 2 again just yet. It's a great game, and if you haven't played it, I would definitely give it a try. But as someone with 240 plus hours, I'll wait until they start adding in actual A-Life, cut content, and mod support. Like, those are the big things for me for replayability with this game. And whenever they add that stuff back in, I'm going to start doing playthroughs again. But for right now, I've experienced enough from the game, and I'm waiting for more GSC, please. I'm begging you. I love Stalker, bro. I'll see you guys on the next video. Please have a good day. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.